Man, I am so excited for the LCS to start. 2016 is the year TSM's gonna make its return. Do you even know who's on their starting roster this year? Obviously, they have Bjergsen in the mid lane, Wild Turtle at AD carry, Lustboy at support, Santorin in the jungle, and whoever replaces Dyrus in top lane. Well, 1 out of 5 ain't bad, I guess. Clearly you don't pay attention much. Bjergsen's the only one returning. They have a new top laner, a new jungle, a new support, and Doublelift as their AD carry. Oh hell yeah, Doublelift's awesome! But wait, does that put Wild Turtle on CLG? Nope, he's on Immortals with Huni and Reignover. But I thought Huni and Reignover were on Fnatic over in EU. Well, they were, but Immortals bought Team 8's spot in the LCS, and they put together a pretty kick-ass roster. There's even a team with a girl on it. A girl? In the LCS? That's awesome! But is she hot, though? Just sit down and listen, and I will give you a full team update for the 2016 Spring Split.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
There have been a ton of changes in the NA LCS since last split, and I'm here to tell you all about them. My name's Canadian Chaos, and this is the NA LCS update. I'm going to start off with Cloud9. In the top lane, returning is Balls. In their jungle, Hai has been replaced by Rush, who was last year's NA LCS MVP. Mid lane is still Incarnation, he just changed his name over to Jensen. Their AD carry is Sneaky. And in support, Lemon Nation is gone, and the support role is going to be switched between Hai and Bunny Fufu, formerly from Gravity. CLG's team looks pretty much identical to what it did last year. They have Darshan in the top lane, Smithy in the jungle, and Aphromoot support. The two changes, they have Huhai in the mid lane. Now, Huhai was a CLG sub who regularly practiced with the team. Pobelter is now over on Immortals, which we'll talk about later. And Stixxay is their new AD carry, who is replacing Doublelift, who is now on TSM. So there's a couple changes over on Team Dignitas. They have Smitty J at top and Kiri in jungle. They're both going to be rookies coming into the LCS, but they're veterans of the challenger scene, so they have some experience behind them. Shifter's returning in the mid lane. Apollo is their new AD carry, who came over from Team Impulse, and Kiwi Kid is back on support. In the 2016 Spring Split, we're seeing a brand new team in Echo Fox. They are replacing former Gravity. They have a pretty decent squad. They have KFO in top lane, Hard in jungle, Froggen in the mid lane, who was formerly the mid laner for Elements over in EU, Keith at AD carry, who was the sub for TSM last year, and Big at support. Immortals is a team I'm really excited to watch. They bought out Teammate's spot in the LCS last year, and they have basically an all-star squad. They have Huni in the top lane and Reignover in jungle. They're both from Fnatic last year. They have Pobelter in the mid lane. They have Wild Turtle at AD carry and Adrian at support. This is not a team to joke around with. They will be super aggressive, and I want to see what they can do to some of the top teams in NA. Up next is another new team, Energies Esports. They have Impact in the top lane, Moon in jungle, GBM at mid lane, Altec at ADC, and Conquan in support. So GBM was previously the mid laner for Jin Air Green Wings in the LCK, so he should bring a lot of skill. NRG became a team when they bought out Team Coast's LCS spot. Up next, we have a team that I'm kind of excited to look out for is Renegades. They have RF Legendary in the top lane, Crumbs in the jungle, Alex Itch in the mid lane, Freeze at AD carry, and Remy at support. Now, Remy is a female, so yes, there is a girl gamer in the LCS, but she is well known for her Thresh hooks. I want to see how she'll do in the LCS. She plays a lot of Thresh, so as soon as Thresh gets banned, I want to see what her champion pool looks like. I'm not 100% sure. But if her skill shots are on point, she can probably play a lot of different supports, so I want to see what they can do to the LCS. Out with the old and in with the new, or at least that's what Team Impulse is saying. They have basically a brand new team. The only person who's staying is Gate, who is moving from mid lane to support. They have Feng in the top lane, Proxine in the jungle, Pyrene in the mid lane, Mash at AD carry, and as I mentioned earlier, Gate is support. Mash was the previous AD carry for Team Coast last year. Team Liquid returns with some minor changes. They have Lorlo in their top lane now. I Will Dominate returns for the jungle. Phoenix returns for mid lane. Piglet returns for AD carry. And Smoothie is their new support. Smoothie was previously the support for Team Dragon Knights last year. And another team that's following with the old in with the new is TSM. I'm really excited for this new TSM team. They have a lot of big names on there. They have Hansor in their top lane, Svenskeren in their jungle. Bjergsen is returning for mid lane. As everyone knows, they now have Doublelift as their AD carry, and they actually have Yellowstar as their support. Now, Doublelift brings a lot of skill base. He was the AD carry for CLG for a really, really long time. And Yellowstar last year won the EU LCS MVP when he was playing for Fnatic when they went on their huge 16-0 run. So the NA LCS this split is going to start off with a bang, with TSM versus Counterlogic Gaming. Now, this will be a really good matchup to watch. I expect TSM will take this. TSM has a really powerful team. It'll be interesting to see how they work together. CLG has a brand new team. Their new players are their subs, so it'll be interesting to see how they work with the whole team now. Overall, it should be a really good matchup. My key matchup to watch in this game is probably going to be between Doublelift and Stixxay. TSM has put a lot of focus on their bot lane that was kind of slacking last year, having now Doublelift and Yellowstar. Yellowstar is taking a lot of the shot calling away from Bjergsen, so that'll give mid a lot more power. It'll be interesting to see how they work together. Stixxay and Afromu have had a little bit of chemistry, with Stixxay being a sub, but it'll be interesting to see how they work together against this TSM team. Overall, I think I'm going to have to go with TSM with a victory on this one. The next game is between Cloud9 and Immortals. I really want to see how Immortals comes together as a team. They have a lot of strong names going down the board on their team. It'll be interesting to see how they can work as one cohesive unit. The matchup, again, I'm going to have to go to the bot lane between Sneaky and their new support High, and Wild Turtle and Adrian, and seeing how they work together. A lot of people are probably looking towards the top lane. I really expect Uni to win that one. He was a really good top laner in Europe, and I expect he'll be just as dominant here in NA. Not much will change there, especially with him having Rain over in the jungle to help support him. I really do think Immortals will win this one, probably quite easily. High's new to the support role. They have a couple new players. It'll be interesting to see how this one plays out, but I'm going to give the victory to Immortals. The next game is going to be between Team Dignitas and Energy Esports. Now, I don't really know a whole lot about both of these teams. Dignitas has been around, and Energy is a brand new team. With the only name that I recognized on there is Impact. He's going to be going up against Smitty J in the top lane, and Smitty J is a rookie coming into the LCS, so I expect that'll probably be easier for Impact to win. Going down the board, though, I think the Shifter GBM in mid lane is probably going to be your best matchup. And I don't really trust the rookies on Dignitas. I don't think they have a whole lot of experience compared to Impact and Moon, who have had years of LCS experience. I'm going to have to give the edge to Energy Esports. The next matchup is going to be between Renegades and Team Liquid. Now, I really do expect Liquid to win this one. They have an all-around team comp that they've worked with before. They have a newer top laner and support, but their core players are veterans and have played last year. They have a really strong jungler, and I Will Dominate. And Renegades is, I'm going to come off and say it's a weaker team. I'm going to have to go with the matchup to watch is going to be the bot lane again. On one side, you have Piglet, who is a veteran ADC, who kind of struggled last season. I'm expecting him to do a lot more this season. And on the other side, you have Freeze, who is at the Copenhagen Wolves last split, and Renegades support Remy, who has remarkable timing with her skill shots. She's an amazing thresh, so I want to see how Team Liquid is going to take their strategy towards Renegades, but overall, I'm going to have to go with Team Liquid victory on this one. So rounding out the day is going to be Echo Fox versus Team Impulse. Now, I don't really know a lot about these two teams. I know Team Impulse as a brand has been around for a long time, but their team is essentially really new. They're going through a little bit of a rebuilding stage. Echo, again, has a couple all-stars on their team. They have KFO from Korea. They have Froggen and Keith, who I know very well. I think that Echo Fox will be able to take this one. I don't expect Team Impulse to be doing a lot this season, but only time will tell. Echo Fox gets the victory in this one. Now, the first match of Day 2 is going to put Renegades versus Energy Esports. It's hard to say who will come out on top with this one. My key matchup is going to be in the bot lane, specifically the AD carry spot between Altec and Freeze. Both are veterans in the AD carry position. I'll be interested to see how their up-and-coming supports help them out, with Remy on the side of Renegades and Conquan on the side of Energy Esports. I want to see the roles that they will play this split. I think I'm going to have to give the victory over to Energy. Game 2 puts CLG against Team Dignitas. Now, I think this is a lot harder for me to call than I would like. I think CLG is going to come out victorious in this one just because they have an all-around veteran team. But I think Dignitas has a better bot side of the map, where CLG has a bigger top side of the map. And I think this split is more bottom side of the map focused with the AD carry position. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I'm going to have to give the victory over to CLG, though. Now, the third game, I think, is going to be the highlight of Week 1. It's going to be TSM versus Team Liquid. Now, I think this will be a really good match to watch because both teams have a lot of strengths along the board. Liquid has essentially the same team as they did last year, and they did really well last split. Their top lane is new and upcoming against Hanser, who is a dominant top lane for Gravity. I'm really looking forward to seeing about the mid lane, though. Bjergsen versus Phoenix. Now, Phoenix had a lot of top plays, as he's known for his quadra kill on Azir last split. But the shot calling is now taken off Bjergsen, so I think that frees up his mind to just listen to other people instead of having to think outside of his role and dominate the mid lane. I think this is going to be a really good season for Bjergsen. I want to watch that matchup between Bjergsen and Phoenix. Overall, I think I'm going to have to give this victory to TSM, starting off with Week 1 with a 2-0 start. The fourth matchup is going to put Echo Fox against Cloud9. Now, this will be another good matchup, taking a veteran team against a new and upcoming team. I think this one will be actually closer than a lot of people would expect. I think a lot of people would write off Cloud9 as being the victor, but they struggled last season, and Echo has a pretty dominant looking roster. I'm going to have to go ahead and give the victory to Cloud9, although I think Echo will make a game out of it. It'll all depend on the bot lane between Keith and Sneaky. This is the first time that Keith will actually be able to be in the spot lane, and his name will be talked about rather than being a sub for Wild Turtle over on TSM last split. Now, if you want to watch a one-sided match, make sure to watch the very last game of Day 2. It's going to be between Immortals and Team Impulse. I really don't see Team Impulse doing anything positive in this match. I think Immortals will just run a show on them. Immortals will have the gold lead from the very beginning of the game to the very end of the game. I'm going with it'll probably be about a 25-minute game. I don't see it being very long either. Immortals just has a really all-star squad compared to Team Impulse, who is doing a big rebuild right now. Overall, I'm going to give the win to Immortals. There's not really a key matchup. I think Immortals has it all the way down the board, and there's not really a close matchup anywhere. And there you have it. Those are my Week 1 predictions. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you really liked the video and want to see more of this pretty face, hit the subscribe button down below. I'll be putting these videos out weekly. In the meantime, good luck on the Rift.